Hey, welcome to the show. It is Thursday night. It is 6:30 in the Central, 7:30 on the East Coast, and I guess 4:30 on the West Coast if anybody's out there from the West Coast. But you're here with us right where you should be on a Thursday night. First of all, I want to thank everybody who commented on the Friday the 13th Part 5 question, and I posted the video up on the YouTube channel page, whatever you want to call it, a little while ago because I forgot. Anybody who watched it will see that I have two different shirts on in the video because yesterday at one point I was recording the video, but I forgot to hit record on the camera, so I was just talking to myself basically for about 10 minutes. So that was cool.
Been there.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome. And I came out of the horror room here, and I told my daughter, and she's like, "That sounds like a loser thing to do." I'm like, "Okay, thanks, 7-year-old." So anyway, we're here tonight. We've got Seth T with a capital T Miller. How you doing tonight?
Hello. Doing all right. Doing all right.
Who are you wearing today? What you got
It's
on?
the Wolfman.
Ah, he's on your shirt and on your back. I see him back behind you.
Yeah.
It's funny when you look at your screen. There's you, and the Wolfman's like looking down on you. It's like, oh, we're gonna get you or no. Anyway, we also have Keith Saunders. Cage of Keith is back. How you doing?
Hello. I'm tired. Oh,
Yeah. And Jared, my good friend Jared. How are you, buddy?
Welcome for joining.
that was some good timing.
Yeah. In the spirit of our old host Brian, welcome for joining. So tonight, if you are watching, we're going to do a Q&A. We were going to talk about the Alien sequels, but we kind of went over that after towards the end of our show last week, and I don't know. There's a lot to go over, and at the same time, not enough. If that makes any sense. The only one that really is worth talking about, in my opinion, is Aliens. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah. Did you watch Covenant? You said you were going to watch it.
You know what? I did not. I got a phone call that night after the show, and I ended up talking to my friend who lives in California for like 3 hours. So I didn't get the chance to watch Covenant. I still need to watch that. So there's another reason we didn't want to do this. Well, maybe we'll do it a future show. But since Nate's not here, he's doing some kind of acting class or something.
I just want to talk about Prometheus.
Okay, we'll do a Prometheus show. We'll do a one-by-one show. I have not seen that since it first was released, but
It used to be my favorite movie.
what, Prometheus, really?
I love that movie.
See, I've heard mixed things about that one. I can't really remember if I liked it or just thought it was okay or what, whenever I saw it. Jared, what about you? We talked about it last week. You like Prometheus?
I thought Prometheus was very interesting. I did mention it last week when we talked about it. I thought it could have gotten a little farther into like the beginnings a little bit more. Like that movie definitely left you wanting more about the beginnings of the whole mythos when it comes to the aliens and the creators and stuff like that. It was a good Ridley Scott movie. It just felt like you wanted more when it was over.
Yeah. I'll
Definitely.
give another shot. I'll have to give them all another shot, except for the ones I've seen multiple times, like Alien. So tonight, if you're just now joining us, we're going to do a Q&A. If you have any questions at all you'd like to ask us, please do so. Otherwise, we're just going to bullshit all night and talk about, I don't know, a bullshit. So let us know. Your comment will come up on the screen as this is. It was a good movie. And we'll go from there. I'm sharing this in some groups to see if anybody will join because we want to welcome for joining. So did you guys watch anything good this week? Any good horror movies you could talk about?
I'm trying to think if I watched anything.
It's been really low for me on watching horror. I have not been watching anything. I decided August I'm going to watch one per day, and so far so good. I watched Poltergeist 3 last night, and my daughter watched it with me, and she said it was the worst.
I
So-
think I'm forgetting something I watched, but I know I watched Empty Man not that long ago.
What's that?
I kept hearing about it for months, and then it was on HBO Max, and I finally got to watch it. I had 3 separate people message me and recommend it to me. I watched it, and I did not like it. The beginning of the movie is cool. It's about like a group of friends like hiking in like, I don't know, some Himalaya mountains, and that part was awesome. I want that movie. The rest of the movie, I don't want it. I don't know how to talk about it without spoiling it.
Did you see The Ritual?
Yeah, it was on Netflix, right?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I really like that one. Why are you so darn cute? Oh, Sean, you know why. Comic book friend. Brian wants to know where the link is for Jared's fans only account. That's hidden, right? Right, Jared?
Hit us with that OF.
As far as I know, it's still in the underground in the dark web, guys.
Yay!
Gotta go find it.
It's only. Is it fans only or OnlyFans? OnlyFans.com/Jared has a rock hard rod. That's it. If you guys made a Horror Syndicate movie, what would it be about? I started writing a script a long time ago, and it was like a love letter to Lucio Fulci. Jared knows a little bit about it. His Gates of Hell trilogy. So that's what I would do. Seth, what about you? Go around the table. I got to turn the light on.
If we made a Horror Syndicate movie,
Yeah, if we did a THS production.
I would say if it was produced by the Horror Syndicate. Yeah, that's what I would go with.
Wow, that's a big question. I don't know. I'd probably do a movie about little Keith being brought to the movies by his grandpa.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That turns into Evil Ed. It turns into an Evil Ed remake.
Grandpa, I don't want to watch Amityville Horror 05. You're going to watch this and like it.
It's got tits in it.
Does it? No, that one doesn't have any boobs in it, does it?
I don't know. That's my memory of going to see Hostel. Is the lady was like, "Sir, this movie has nudity in it." I'm like, and after watching that movie now growing up, I'm like, that's what you were concerned about was me
Yeah,
seeing
no doubt.
tits? Like what?
Jared, any thoughts?
No, I'd say would probably be along the lines of that Fulci tribute you were doing. I thought that was really interesting.
We should do it. We should make a movie, write a script together, and then find somebody to direct it and star in it. Oddly enough, if I could choose a director, Sam Lombardo, it would be Mike Lombardo, who made I'm Dreaming of White Doomsday. Excited for Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Empty Man was solid, but not worth the hype. I've never even heard of Empty Man.
I think it's on Vudu now. It's fairly new.
Yeah.
I have zero excitement for Jeepers Creepers myself.
The last one was oof.
Psycho Gerrymandering was fun. Psycho Gorman was
I
fun.
still haven't watched that. I
Yeah.
have it. And I still haven't watched
Well,
it.
it's on Shudder, I believe. Yeah, that's one I'd like to watch for sure. It's funny because every time I go to the Walmart or wherever it is, I hold it. I'm like, I should get this, and I never do.
The Walmart.
I pre-ordered it. And I still just haven't watched it.
It's done by the guys from Astron 6, the guys that did The Void and what was that Giallo movie? The Editor, they did that one too.
Good one. Yeah. So have you not seen it, Jared?
I have not. It's supposed to be funny as fuck from previews I saw.
It looks cool. Definitely looks cool. There's a lot of buzz when it came out. Two movies I don't feel get enough credit are Joyride and The Faculty. What do you guys think of those two movies? I didn't see Joyride. I like The Faculty, though.
I love both of those. I mean, I grew up watching Joyride a lot growing up.
Didn't Joyride have Paul Walker and
And Steve something or other?
Steve, funny guys? Yeah, Steve Zahn.
He looks like a Kmart version of Crispin Glover to me for some reason.
Buffalo Bill voices the truck driver.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Cleaning the semen from my keyboard. That's for you, Jared.
Holy moly!
That might be a bot. What's everyone's favorite movie of 2021? And why is it Pig? I haven't seen Pig.
I still haven't seen. I'm waiting for a physical release so I can fucking watch it.
I may just rent it and watch it this week because I saw the preview for it, and for some reason that movie just looks. I don't know.
Is that a Nicolas Cage movie?
Yeah.
Yes. It's like the weirdest. It's like John Wick, but with a pig.
But apparently it's super serious, though.
I saw something somewhere, like a review of it that said, why did it take Nicolas Cage this long to make his best movie, or something like that for that. But I haven't seen it yet. I wouldn't mind seeing it, I guess, at some point. The only one I've only seen, I guess, The Quiet Place 2 and The Conjuring this year. That's from 2021. The Quiet Place 2 is great.
I can't probably Quiet Place 2. I'm trying to remember what all I've seen. I know I went and saw Green Knight, and then
Three titty women aliens. Okay, I know.
That's a Horror Syndicate original right there. We're gonna make that.
Yes.
Mary Screw Kill, Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula's Daughter, The Witch from Black Sunday. I would screw The Witch from Black Sunday. I would kill Dracula's daughter. Just fuck that bitch. I didn't like her at all. And I would 100% marry the bride. Anybody else care to?
I don't know what two of those people look like, so I'm going to Google them.
So it's screw all three of them then, right?
I would probably screw the bride, marry the witch, and kill the Dracula's daughter.
You might be right on marry the witch because she could do some stuff if you screw her wrong. Just saying. Seth, I know you've at least seen two of these, right?
Yeah.
You can't say, right? You can't say. I forget. Somebody's watching, probably. Okay.
The Witch from Black Sunday looks like she's going to literally murder me in my sleep.
That's why she'd be good in bed. Just saying. Victor Salva is not involved, so I'm excited. Here's a question. Series that should have been
a one-off.
I think the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I love the remake, but as a series, yeah, it probably would have been good as a one-off. But I adore Texas Chainsaw 2.
Yep.
Yes. So do I.
And I do like Leatherface, the third movie. I do not like the remake very much, but that's whatever.
That's an interesting question. Like, what's a franchise that would have been just as good as a one-off?
Halloween.
I mean, honestly, if you think any of them, like Poltergeist, in my opinion, would have been great as a one-off.
I like Poltergeist too. I like the second one. No, I think Halloween, man. Halloween would have been way better if it was just the one movie. But at the same time, I like the series. Child's Play is another one, although 2 is really good. That's a great question, dude.
Hellraiser would have been a great one-off movie. I mean,
but 2's so good. It's like 2's so good, and so is 3. I like 3 a lot, actually. So I don't know. That's a great question, man. We're gonna bring this one back to Nate because I'm curious to what he'd say because his mind.
Blair Witch Project.
2 is so good. I do like 2. I do like Blair Witch 2. Candyman, no, because 2 is so good.
I like 2, but the first movie could really stand alone as is.
Candyman could almost be an anthology series and I think that's what we're going to see coming into the new movie this month.
Yeah.
We go see it. I don't know. That's a great question, though, man. I'm going to have to think on that one.
I'm just going to say Puppet Master because I could live without them, even though I like them.
Hey. They're great. Pink champagne can. What's going on here today?
It's from Joyride.
Hello. Fire in my area was evacuated yesterday. Oh, God. Good luck to you, Kathy.
Oh, the motor, Kathy.
What's
Stay
up?
Safe.
We're answering questions today, brother. Bring it. Friday the 13th.
I need the sequels.
I could see. No, yeah, I could see that. I mean, it was a good kind of a whodunit movie for sure. So the sequels kind of did bringing up. Jason was dead, right? So bringing the sequel, kind of did ruin that a little bit. But now the series is known for Jason. So
right.
Like I would totally agree. I totally agree with that. But at the same time, like I'm not the biggest fan of number 1, so I'm grateful for the sequels.
30 Days a Night. Frankie from Barlow's Boutique says 30 Days a Night should have been one up. I never got a chance to see the other ones.
I've never seen the other ones. I love the
Yeah.
first one.
I do love the first one, yeah.
I saw the second one. I don't remember it though.
Brian, who
Thank
would
you,
have
Brian.
fight Leprechaun or the Baby from Dead Alive? You know, I never
Baby
did
from
the
Dead Alive all the way.
all day long, all day long. All right.
I don't know. The
Fucking
leprechaun
anybody
might kick him and turn him into gold, though. And he wouldn't move anywhere. That'd be a funny.
Is that
That'd
the
be a funny.
Leprechaun does? I mean, I've seen the Leprechaun like inflate one boob and the other one blow up. I've seen that, so I mean, I don't know.
Leprechaun 3.
That's Leprechaun 3, right? Yeah.
I haven't seen those in forever.
Dude, you're totally missing out.
All I remember is the first one and the guy eating the coin and Jennifer Aniston being in it.
That was
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
The second one's actually pretty good. I like the second one a lot.
What do you think of the Fright Night remake? I'm guessing Fright Night remake. I actually like it. Have you guys seen the Fright Night remake?
I like it more because I don't like Fright Night.
Shut your mouth.
Who invited
Every time I get the
Why are you back on this show?
I invited
Ray.
him. I feel bad now. Fright Night, but the remake's good though. I like Colin Farrell. Is that who?
Yeah, Colin
Yeah.
Farrell and Anton Yelich. I mean, it was a really good cast.
Yeah,
Also got
for sure.
David Tennant.
David Tennant, yeah. And then I think the thing about there's a part where Charlie's sneaking around his house and he's like eating an apple or something like that. Jerry Danders is eating an apple. That scene's very tense. Plus, Colin brings a sense of like vampires are not fucking around anymore because this is the time of the vampire. This is Twilight time and True Blood time, and vampires are not what vampires used to be, like balls to the wall.
Not
And he'll rip
scary.
your ass apart, man. Yeah, and he kind of made it scary again. Just for the one movie. I never saw the sequel to the remake. Did you guys see the sequel to the remake?
I did not.
It's basically just another remake, and it's fucking terrible.
So
I turned it off like 20 minutes in.
So it doesn't sniff the butt of Fright Night 2, the original, then, because that's a great movie.
No, it doesn't even come close to that one.
Fright Night 2 is awesome. All right, Sean Barber says, okay. Same question. Who's left to kill? Is that David Carolyn? Reagan from The Exorcist, but she's a child. And I'd kill her, I guess. And then Emily Rose. I mean, that's Jennifer Carpenter. She's got legs for days.
Yes.
I mean, Carolyn from The Conjuring, obviously, because if you want children, she can provide. I mean, right? Am I wrong, guys? Am I wrong? And then Emily Rose, I'd have to kill the kid because she's Pazuzu. So I do Emily Rose. I do Jennifer Carpenter. She's skinny as fuck, but she's got legs for days.
Tina the Talking Tommy.
Anything for you guys? And I know Seth is out on this one.
I don't know.
Just say you kill the kid because that's
Yeah,
better.
kill the kid. Make myself look good.
Have you seen Kill List? No, I've not.
Kill List. Is that the movie that had a hard time getting released from the people that made Collector?
I have no idea. I have to look that one up. I guess I don't know horror as well as I thought.
I think Kill List is older than that. It was
Oh, it's 2011.
yeah.
Going back to Brian's question, Leprechaun has the hood to back him up.
Yes, he does. Twice.
That's true.
It was not good enough of a movie to go once to the hood. He went twice to the hood.
Oh, okay. So back to that other question. You took Reagan on and put Frankie from Stigmata. That changes everything because I would marry her in a heartbeat. I would kill the mom in Conjuring because it's Patricia Arquette. Come on. Maybe she'll slit her wrist in the bathroom and act like it's the faucet's fault. What's up, Alex? We're having fun tonight, I think, right? You guys having fun or no?
So far, so good.
Fright Night is near and dear to me. The poster terrified me. I love the poster, man. I love it. Her face in the clouds just got me. Yeah, I love that poster. The Girls in the House was very creepy. What's that? Is that a movie?
The Girls in the House.
Fright Night 2 original was awesome, yeah. Jennifer Carpenter, yes, please. All right. Thoughts on Funhouse? I thought it was a snooze fest, and Terrifier, I thought, had good carnage, candy, but you feel like taking a shower after watching it. Oh man, okay.
Is he talking about Toby Hooper's
I'm
Funhouse?
guessing Toby Hooper's Funhouse because it kind of is a snooze fest in my opinion.
That's one I still haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I don't care for Terrifier. It's got absolutely no substance. Of David's performance, we had him on the show and talked to him about Art the Clown and some of the other things he's done.
Before Terrifier even came out.
Yep. Brian was able to get us on with him. Or was it you, Jared? That got him on the show?
I got him on here, but
maybe we can get him again. He's a nice guy, but other than that, Terrifier is garbage in my opinion.
I like Terrifier.
It does have some good carnage, but there's just no like he was saying. There's nothing really to it.
Seth, have you gotten a chance to see Terrifier yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, I'm curious to see what you think of it. There's a really good kill, and I don't want to spoil anything. It's okay, I guess.
I think it's, for me, I mostly thought it was better than what I thought it was going to be. Because I thought it was going to be awful.
Honestly, for an independent film in the budget, it's not a bad made film. That's for sure. We've seen other films that are really bad that are independent that have the same budget.
It just didn't really have a lot going on other than the shock factor.
Yeah. Which remakes do you love?
Too many.
Yeah. Dawn of the Dead. That's the first one that comes to mind.
The Wolfman.
The Wolfman 2010. Jared, what?
The Thing.
The Thing. Oh, yeah. Fuck. I always forget about The Thing.
I mean, besides the obvious, like, Blob, The Fly, The Thing.
Oh, yeah, the Blob, The Fly.
I'd probably say The Crazies. I really like the Crazies remake.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
I remember seeing that in theaters, and I didn't even know it was a remake. I knew nothing at that point.
I would say a majority of the people who saw that movie did not realize it was a remake when it first came out.
Well, it's also a lot different. It's more of like a reimagining or a different movie with the same title.
The one, yeah, it's kind of like Dawn of the Dead in a way. The one thing I like about the original Crazies, though, is how charming everything is from most of the characters. I almost forgot The Hills Have Eyes. It's terrific.
Yeah.
Evil Dead remake was good.
Evil Dead. Oh, but is that a remake?
That's my thing with that. I never call it a remake.
Yeah.
Is it more of a reboot?
I feel like it's in universe.
I do too.
Especially if you watch Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Who would win in a game of Saw?
Jesus Christ.
Blanche or Sophia? Obviously, Rose. I mean, she's still alive, right?
Yeah. She would just like drop some wisdom.
I love these questions, but I don't know who these people are.
They're from Golden Girls.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Come
on, Jared. 25-year-old knows what's going on.
Oh my God.
I'd be surprised if she's not responsible for B. Arthur's death.
I totally did not even read that when I was reading that question.
First of all, whenever you see that, you look at the names, you're like, oh, those guys, and you look at who asked the question, Brian Enright, you're like, oh, okay, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, well, I should have, but considering I've seen almost every single episode of the Golden Girls.
You have?
Yes.
No, I didn't know that.
Fun fact.
Yeah, I think I need to give the Funhouse.
And Blanche is a slut.
Yeah, she is. She's got that southern charm, though. What's your favorite indie horror film? That's a big category. If we're talking like low budget, mine is probably The Sleeper, which you can find from ScreamTeamReleasing.com. I'll get a little paycheck from Justin.
Mine would probably be The Barn.
That's that paycheck from Justin.
It's just fun. Another paycheck from Justin. It's just a fun movie.
I did if you're new to the channel, I did a top 15 indie horror movies you should watch. There's movies like The Dark Military on there. But, I mean, Halloween counts as an indie film, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. I'm trying to think what is an indie. Was that We're Still Here? Was that an indie movie?
Probably.
Because I really liked that movie. Yeah, that one.
Barbara Crampton was in it, yeah.
The indie film is like you can make a $2,000 low budget, or I'm Dreaming of White Doomsday, which was like what $10,000, all the way up to like $80,000 or even more. And it's a hard, like when I think of indie though, I think of the like Nathan who's making.
You have no major labels or production.
Right. That's what it is. I still go with the guys who are working a day job and making the movies for passion, with like Nate, like Justin, some of the Drew Marvick, some of these other guys. Check out Pool Party Massacre.
Pool Party Massacre.
I still have not watched that. I bought it at Horror Hound and still haven't watched
love it. Watch it. It's such a here we go. It's such a self-aware horror movie, and Drew Marvick is just having fun with the genre.
We can't forget to say Dubro Party Massacre.
Dubro Party Massacre. Yeah.
That movie is the most absurd thing I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah, well, Jared and I watched that. So Jared and I drove up the Indianapolis's Horror Hound in 2018. There it is. And we came back on Saturday night. And we're not tired, so we popped that in. We also watched Summer of '84, which Jared really likes that one.
I love that one.
Seth, have you seen Dubro Party Massacre 3 yet?
I saw some of it. Amber was watching it. Someone that she worked with let her borrow it. I think she loved it.
It's so stupid.
It's very stupid, but it's
Jennifer
funny.
from Jennifer's Body versus B, the Babysitter from The Babysitter. I don't know if you guys have seen both of those, but it's unfair because Jennifer is
supernatural.
Yeah, but I still think B would whip her ass. She was badass.
I still haven't watched the sequel to Babysitter.
I liked it. I didn't think it was bad at all. Let's see. Worst horror remake of the big franchises. Mine would be Psycho. Psycho is 100% pointless. This might be the first time I agree with you, Sean. Yeah, I agree 100%. Psycho's the most.
I do too.
Remake ever.
I agree.
I'm not a big fan of the TCM remakes. So
the Amityville Horror remake is very close behind that, but Psycho, yes, takes the cake.
I like that movie.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Here's the reason why. Seth cannot answer the Mary Screw Kill question. Yeah, Amityville 2005 was a huge disappointment as well. I don't like the Halloween remake almost at all. The Elm Street remake is actually growing on me.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the Friday the 13th remake. Okay, here's a good one, and we're gonna go round table, and we'll start with Seth because he's next to me on the screen, the way I like him. What drew you all to horror initially? I gravitated to it naturally, even as a 5-year-old. I think you're about my age, Luke. It's kind of the same thing. It was just there all of a sudden. But Seth, you go.
Well, because I'm a sick, depraved son of a bitch. No,
Yes.
I don't know. I think there's just sort of like a natural attraction to horror with kids.
Yeah.
And so when I was a kid, I had Child's Play 2 and 3 and the Pet Sematary movies, and my mom was always watching Halloween, and I've always loved the Universal stuff. So I don't know, it was just a natural thing. They were almost always available to be seen for me. So that's my answer.
That's a good answer. That's kind of the same way for a lot of us, I think. Keith, we know your answer, but go ahead and tell them all about your grandpa.
Well, that's not where it started, all right? I was told that I watched TCM when I was 2.
The original, right?
The original when I was
Oh,
2.
yeah.
I wasn't alive.
Right.
The remake didn't exist. I'm
Well,
not that
right.
young.
Damn it. I thought you were 12.
No, but apparently when it'd go off, I'd cry for them to rewind it so I could watch it again. But the first memory I have of horror is Evil Dead 2, poorly recorded on a VHS tape that also had Monster Squad, The Labyrinth, and Drop Dead Fred.
all on the same tape.
Yeah, they were, like
Oh,
I said,
wow.
poorly recorded because they were.
They had that on
record-
that was on that super long play.
Yeah,
It had to have been, yeah. Nice
But
and compressed on a VHS.
that's my
Right.
first memory. But we always had movies, and I didn't have parental guidance. I watched whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
So we had we had Army of Darkness, and we had The Thing, and The Stuff on like the Star Maker
Enough
tape.
is never enough.
Hellraiser. I don't know. There was a bunch of that. And then I got old enough for Blockbuster, and I got into my own stuff, and I fell in love with Chucky and Puppet Master. I used to watch Doll Man and stuff a lot.
All the what are they? Full Moon. picture.
Yeah.
Those are full moon ones. Yeah, Killjoy and stuff.
Yeah, Doll Man versus Demonic Toys
Yep.
for life. What about you? What got you into horror?
It definitely has come across a couple of times over the show's history, but I would say the first few times that I saw Jaws, like around the same time, Luke, I think you're a couple of years ahead of me in age, but Jaws when I was 4 or 5, then it kind of gravitated a little bit. Like we were just talking about the original Fright Night. That was one of the first ones that I remember scaring the crap out of me before I was 10. Monster Squad, obviously, I loved it better than Goonies growing up. I think that was the movie that initially got me into horror, and it just kind of like we've all, it opens the rabbit hole and you just go deeper.
Yeah, for me, it was Elm Street 2 was premiering on HBO, and I must have been 86. And because it came out in 85 to the theaters or whatever. I don't know what the turnaround time is for cable back then, but I saw Elm Street 2 because my mom was a big horror fan growing up, and I saw she was getting ready to watch that, and they had Elm Street 1 right after that. So I stayed up and watched that as my mom fell asleep during the second, Elm Street 2 because they showed that first. And I stayed up and watched both of them. And my mom woke up at the end of Elm Street. She's like, "Did you watch both of those?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah." So she started challenging me. She brought Reanimator home, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Jason lives at one point. Excuse me. Anyway, so yeah, she started challenging me as a kid, and I love her for it because I love horror. I mean, we're not all just horror guys. I mean, Jared and I we have a song, and it's from a special '80s movie.
I mean, you can look behind me. I'm definitely not just a horror guy.
Hello from Australia. Fantastic. Wolf Creek. I saw that when it came out, and I wasn't into it, but I've been told numerous times by the panel here to rewatch it, and I plan on doing so at some point.
Hey, you know what's funny?
Story.
You know what's funny about Wolf Creek?
What?
My grandpa took me to see that one too.
Oh my God. Here we go. What, like 2005, 2006?
I can't remember.
I would say mid 2000, early 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wolf Creek.
I know you.
2005.
Seth, you like that one?
I've only seen it the once. I think I liked it all right, but I haven't rewatched it. But as far as Australia goes, I like the Howlin' 3.
Okay,
the main actor in Wolf Creek is really good.
Funny thing about Wolf Creek is, last year we talked about it on the show a little bit, and Nate and the panel were like, "Oh, you gotta watch it." So I went out and bought it. Didn't realize I already had a copy, so I have 2 copies of it now. So
see, now you do a giveaway.
Who else would like to see a Freddy or Jason versus, like Jason versus Michael Myers or Freddy versus Jason versus Ash? I'd be down either way.
Yeah, because they've done that in the comics. That would be kind of fucking cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I've actually grown away from that need for the verses.
I don't know.
I feel like you couldn't do it in a movie form.
The comic Freddy versus Jason versus Ash is really cool. I have that upstairs, if you must know where it is.
I wish they'd do a freaking reprint.
What keeps you as a fan of horror? Is it the genre itself? Is it the movies themselves, or the camaraderie?
It's a good question.
The Horror Syndicate keeps me into horror. If the Horror Syndicate wasn't around, I'd say fuck horror, and I'd torch the room. The room's all no. The movies coming out. First of all, we're going through kind of a renaissance, in my opinion, of horror movies, with a lot of great stuff coming out in the last 10 years or so, with movies like It Follows, Hereditary, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, The Taking of Deborah Logan. I don't like Mandy, but Mandy maybe.
House of the Devil.
Yeah, yes. There's a lot of great movies have been coming out. The It retool or whatever they want to call it was really cool. There's a lot of good stuff, and being a part of the horror community is awesome. It's one of the best. Like I was always like balls deep into the Star Wars community, and that's the most toxic community I've ever been a part of. horror is not that way. Horror is all about having fun. You meet people. Like I met Jared, these three fools, and I love them. I mean, that's part. I think that's part of it is being able to have these friends, and I want to hang out with them. But Seth's in bumfuck Egypt. Keith is in fucking boonies in West Virginia. Jared, I see almost once a year. So yeah, I think there's a lot of it. What about you guys? What keeps you coming? Not
I don't know.
I know it keeps Seth coming. Huh? Anyway.
I think for me it's just movies in general. I just like movies.
Yeah.
And I'm not picky. Like I'll watch anything. I don't care what genre it is.
Real quick, is it me or would Luke Hardiman make a great interviewer? He's got some good questions.
I think so. And to answer your question, Luke, it's a little bit of all of it. The movies, the camaraderie, definitely, because I wouldn't have met Ray if I wasn't a fan of horror. I've physically met Seth or Keith, but I mean, like,
you've met Keith,
you've met me.
Oh, duh. Jesus Christ!
Remember, we had a full conversation about how old I am because I like the rifleman.
Yes, I remember. You were standing right there.
I was surprised at how tall he was when I met him.
I know. That's
I was actually surprised how short you guys were, to be honest.
Screw you, man.
I'm not that tall.
No, you're not. Compared to Nate, Nate is like 6'3" or 6'4".
Yeah, I'm like 5'11", maybe.
Oh, man.
Goodness.
I'm surprised how short you guys are.
I actually was. I never said it.
No, but I mean, to piggyback on what you were saying, Ray, I mean, there are some definite toxic fans in the horror community, but it comes with those ride or dies.
Yeah.
And it always seems like they're in those groups about franchises, which they don't need to be named, but yeah, they're ride or die, and their opinion is the only thing that matters.
That was one of the things Brian used to complain about was like all these groups who would win, Michael Myers or Jason. And there's Halloween groups that complain about Halloween 3 to this day. It's a great movie. Everybody likes Halloween 3 that's watching right now, right? Give me a hell yes or something. I need to know.
I just hate the people who are stuck in the 80s. They're like, that's it. That's the only good thing.
Well, listen, the people who are stuck in their 80s can't help it. Oh, the 80s, not their 80s.
It's not their fault they're that old.
Right. Seth, you got anything you want to say on this before we move on?
What was the question?
What keeps you coming? What keeps you as a horror fan?
Is it just the genre itself, the movies, or the camaraderie of fans?
I guess a little bit of everything. I'm a very excitable kind of a fanboy. I love everything, like every franchise almost, and I like horror. I like types of movies with high stakes and high peril, and that's what horror offers. And as far as the camaraderie, I mean, I guess you guys are okay. Just fucking with you. No, I mean, I love doing this every Thursday, and it definitely keeps me in horror. So
yeah, plus, you guys love writing for the website, huh?
Yes.
We don't talk about Theta Girl, all right?
Thanks for not saying Friday the 13th trend aside. There's only one person I know that doesn't like the Friday the 13th remake, and it's Vince DeSanti, who makes Never Hike Alone. So, The Exorcist was my first horror film. God damn, that's a great horror film to start with. My son says that's boring. Jaws is one of the best movies of all time, period, not just in horror. Favorite of mine is Scream. We did Scream episodes last year, didn't we?
Yes, we watched all of them.
Okay. I've been in the mood to watch. I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer the other day.
Yeah, I need to watch the sequel. I watched the first one not that long ago.
I Still Know. I gotta say, for me, it's about the movies, the connections. Well, one of these days, hopefully, we'll meet some of you people. As soon as like the bad stuff's gone, we can start meeting again. Going to cons. I know Keith's going to Horror Hound in September in Cincinnati, but I'm not prepared for that yet. See Blood Red Sky. First hour is mad, but it's a solid movie. That's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it keeps popping up for me. It's like a vampire on a plane or something. At least that's what I got from it.
Oh, Rufus Saul. He says his parents drove to Wolf Creek. That's really cool. Okay,
Yeah.
have you been there like recently?
I heard it was based off of a true story.
Yeah, okay, too. Mike Miller interviewed the Wolf Creek guy for Horror Hound magazine. Anyone see Drag Me to Hell? That's that. There you go. Keith had a question that we were going to ask if nobody came on here, but it's like lightning around over here. Yeah, that was a movie I didn't like the first time I saw it, and the second time I saw it, I loved it. I thought it was
That's one of those movies I need to rewatch because I'm not a fan of it.
I like it a lot. It's very Sam Raimi.
I love Sam Raimi, but I did not like that movie
Really?
the first time I saw it.
Give it a shot, man. Give it another shot.
I need to recheck it out.
I think so. I think it may get better over time. Steph, what about you? Have you ever seen that one, Drag Me to Hell?
Yeah, I think that's really it's a fun movie. I love Sam Raimi's style. You know, like the whole fight scene between the main chick and the witch in the car is fantastic.
Yeah, that was a good scene. Give it another shot, you two. Worst movie you ever saw? Mine would be Freddy Got Fingered with Tom Green.
I wrestled that shit in middle school.
I love Freddy Got Fingered.
That fucking part was like, I'm gonna be a farmer, Daddy.
I've never seen that.
It's
I
absurd.
love it.
I like Tom Green's show when it's what aired back in the late '90s or whatever. I thought it was
It's
funny.
buried treasure.
There was
Soap on a rope,
skit.
jackass.
Did you ever see that show, the Tom Green Show? There was a skit where he made like a sculpture of his parents or something, and it was his dad beating his mom, and he called it the "Where's My Dinner, Bitch" statue of his parents.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this guy's doing this.
That was the funniest part of that show was him fucking with his parents.
Yeah, kind of like Jackass, like when Bam Margera would beat the shit out of his dad. Like that was like the only reason I'd ever watch it. I don't know what the worst movie I ever saw was. Like
Birdemic.
Yeah, I guess. But I didn't sit through that all the way through.
I've watched that movie 3 times, I think, all the way through. It's terrible.
Okay, Zombie 5, Killing Birds. There we go. Nate is, oh my god, you're 6'4" Jesus. I don't want to hang out with you now, Luke.
Big guy.
I can vouch for Jared and Little Shorty.
Thanks, Josh. Jesus.
Is he taller than you?
Yeah. He's like 6 foot.
What irks you about Phantoms? Mine is this sucks. Yeah, that's people being too nostalgic and not giving new stuff a chance and calling it trash without even seeing it when they see a trailer and call it trash. That pisses me off a little bit.
Same here.
Rose-tinted glasses will fool you. Absolutely. What about you guys? What irks you? Also seeing who would win in a fight, Michael Myers or Jason. First of all, Jason. He would rip them apart anyway.
Probably.
That's the thing I hate. I see so much stuff where it's like, this was boring, this is terrible, and I'm just like, and like, I don't want to be that person. It's like, you didn't understand the movie.
Yeah.
Because they might have just not liked it, which is fine. You cannot like it, but why didn't you like it? Why?
Just
Tell me why you didn't like it.
It's not an explanation.
There was some follower who said he didn't like it because it was trash. I'm like, that's not a good reason. It's trash.
Yeah.
It's
Did you not like an actor? Did you like a story plot? Like,
greetings, my maniacs. First time being on your stream. Honestly, I've never seen almost any of you guys, but I do remember the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy shirt guy.
hello.
Of all the people to remember, you remember him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man. Which film have you watched over and over? A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Dream Master. That's my go-to horror movie. Anytime, any place, anywhere, whatever. I know Seth agrees with me.
Evil Dead 2 for me.
Evil Dead 2.
That's probably my most watched horror movie.
Probably Friday 4 or Part 6.
Jason would be another one too for me.
Yeah, I could watch that anytime, even if it pops up on TV. Like, there's a a bunch of them. Jaws, obviously. Like it could be any point in the movie, I'll just watch it. I don't give a shit.
The last few years for me, I'm so tempted. Like being kind of a newbie to Italian horror. I like anytime I think about watching a horror movie lately, I'm like, ooh, The Beyond sounds good. Maybe some zombies. Because I do love Fulci movies quite a bit. Thanks, Jared. Thanks, Pop. Seth, you agree with me on Dream Master?
Oh, absolutely. Dream Master, Jason Lives, and
Fog. We just talked about The Fog. That's another good
the Fog. Yeah, I mean that's another one that I can watch anytime. And there was something else I was going to say too. Oh, Phantasm 2.
I'd say Phantasm 1. I like Phantasm.
Now, is there a serious horror movie that you can watch at any point, any time? That's not like, because all the ones we're watching are very like comical-ish.
Cannibal Holocaust.
God, Jared. No, The Beyond is not comical-ish.
Okay, well, I don't think I've seen The Beyond.
What do you need to fix that?
Italian non-viewer.
Blue Ray Forever says, I have a vast movie collection, as do I. I have 4,000 movies. My horror movie collection is behind me. He picked up the first two, I know he did last summer movies. Those are the only two worth getting, I think. I'm not a big fan of the second one. I don't mind the first one as much. I don't know. I can't wait to do my first con. I hope you're going to get a table and sell some prints of your art, buddy. Because you got some cool stuff. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention on Rick's art, but dude killed it.
Good stuff.
Would you like some sausage?
That's from Freddie Got Figured.
Is he talking to you? I didn't know you had a son, Jared.
Teddy, would you like some sausage?
Oh, that's the song, right?
Yes.
Jesus, Luke, you're gonna tower over us. You're a big dude. It sounds like. Probably a big teddy bear too. Why do you hate Texas Chainsaw 3D over Next Generation? Next Generation is a dumpster fire. I think that's why. Because I think the Texas Chainsaw 3D movie, they were out to make a serious movie, and yeah, it was a dumpster fire. And really, I mean, Texas Chainsaw Next Generation is a piece of shit, but it's one of those pieces of shit.
They're both terrible movies. Let's be frank here. Let's be fair.
Look, 3D is better made, and it's got Alexandria Daddario or however you say the movie, and showing some half boob. That's awesome. But there's something about that Next Generation that's so fucking batshit crazy that it's, I don't know. What about you guys?
I'll say, Seth, did you notice she wanted to go all the way in that scene, but they wouldn't let her?
She doesn't give a shit. She shows her tits all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, she showed her tits in True Detective.
Why would they let her?
Because the ratings, probably. They're both bad movies, but they both have things that are good about them. Like that. That's about it.
Oh.
I would probably watch 3D over Next Generation if I had to pick one.
3D is a better made movie. When are we getting a legit Elm Street box set? Oh, that's a great question. I've been pleading for this for a long time.
Inquiring minds want to know this.
Now Nate talked about this a couple weeks ago, where I guess Warner owns the rights for the Elm Street movie, and Scream Factory would have to get the rights from Warner, and that's the problem because Warner's a bunch of assholes. I think they are anyway. Look at what they're doing to the DC movies.
It's not what New Line doesn't own this series anymore.
Well, New Line bought Warner a few years ago. So Warner and all the Nightmare movies are. I don't think they're concerned with physical media. I just let Scream Factory release them because Scream Factory didn't own the rights to all the Halloween movies when they released that box set. And whatever, that gorgeous box set.
Since we're on an Elm Street kick, I've got a MFK for you guys, a Elm Street edition. My girlfriend asked.
Hey, anybody, hold on, Jared, before you go. We want you to answer in the comments. Murder, what is it? Fuck, Mary?
Yeah, MFK.
Yeah, answer Jared's question in the comments. People watching.
So this is a Nightmare on Elm Street edition with 3 different of the Scream Queens. So MFK, Nancy, Kristen, Alice.
Okay, before we go any further, which Kristen? Tuesday Night or Patricia Arquette? That's the game changer for me.
Shit. Well.
Okay, I'm gonna kill Kristen because she's a fucking basket case. I'm gonna marry Alice because it's Lisa Wilcox, and I'm gonna fuck the shit out of Nancy.
Jesus Christ.
Seth can't play along.
Okay, so I just got answered. Patricia. Not
Okay.
Tuesday night.
Yeah, I'd still because Patricia Arquette. I mean, she's hot and all, but I can't.
She was kind of a whiner, but so was Alice too. Until she got her moves.
Alice is badass. Okay.
Until she got her nunchuck moves.
What about Cage the Keith? Seth, I know you want to answer so bad. I on his face. He's like, I want to play too.
I don't know.
I think you could guess mine.
I'm sure.
It's hard. I was never a big fan of the Patricia Arquette version, but now I might because I saw True Romance.
Yeah.
It's a good flick.
It was a good flick. I don't know. I feel like Nancy's the one you'd marry.
I don't know.
She seems like she'd be the most stable.
Alice is pretty stable.
Yeah, but now you're gonna have to like she's gonna have to pay child support, or we're already gonna have a kid.
You know what? That's a good point. She can put a kid in tow. I have to change my answer. I don't take care of Dan's kid. Damn
I
it!
think we're overthinking
about
this.
that.
I think we're overthinking this, guys.
No, that's true. At the end of part 5, she has Jacob. That kid, look at him. He's a fucking weirdo.
Yep.
I don't want to take care
It's
of that kid.
it's fucking Gage from Pet Sematary.
No, wrong movie. It's the kid
Her
from
son?
Jurassic Park that tries to challenge. What's his name? Yeah, no, that you're thinking of New Nightmare.
Yeah.
That's what I.
That thing. Freddy
What's
got-
the difference?
He showed up to the Razzies for that. Jesus Christ. Watch House of Wax when it came out. Man, he's talking about some mid 2000s movies. Paris Hilton died the whole son of a shit.
I feel like that movie gets like unfair hate.
It does. It's not bad.
House of Wax is not a bad
No, I don't
movie.
think it's
I
bad
just
at
picked
all.
up the Screen Factory. I'm really looking forward to rewatching it.
I forgot they released that. I'm gonna have to
I
give
also
it-
saw that in
Jared
theaters.
Padalecki,
I'm
Priest,
sure
Supernatural.
Yep.
Because that fucking super glue scene is awesome.
At the
Nope.
end, where it's like
Yeah.
What do you
starts
guys-
falling apart.
What's that, Seth?
What do you guys think of the original House of Wax?
I've never seen the original, so I, can't say
I like
anything.
them both. They're very different from each other, but yeah, you know Jared's in it to win it.
I've got it on the original 3D. Boop boop boop.
Let's see. What part is the shirt from, though? What are we talking about?
Come on, my shirt?
You talking about his shirt?
This is TCM1. If you're
That's-
talking about me.
Here, hold on. Let me.
This is Ride the Lightning.
That's supposed to be it. He's wearing the suit. He's wearing.
Yeah,
the gear, and then
Pretty woman.
Mine is my shirt's from Rogue One, Star Wars.
Seth's got Wolfman.
That's got the Wolfman, which you show your boobs.
Show us your boobs. Flash us.
All right. Let's see. House of Wax is a decent slasher. I agree. God damn it? Why is it on me only? Get out of here.
Oh.
What's the most valuable physical media release in your collections? Mine is the collector's edition of Predator with the bust. It's such a monster. Mine is probably the Scarlet Box, maybe. Actually, no, because I think that Reanimator set that I got from Arrow is worth more than that is
It's gone
at
up.
this point. Yeah, because I know there's a few pieces that I have really.
I don't
gone
know.
up in price.
I don't know about if he's talking about retail value or resale value, but
I'm going resale value. Retail value. It was the Scarlet Box, I
I don't
believe.
know. Mine might be my
No, really,
Japanese exclusive Midsummer Steelbook.
Hmm.
It was
good.
it was a lot.
I forgot to mention that when I was talking about how good movies are recently. Midsummer's great.
Yep,
Jared, what about
that's-
you? You got something expensive?
Yeah, it's. I do have the box sets as you guys mentioned, but the actual physical single resale value is Dead Alive
Oh,
on
yeah.
Blu-ray.
I wish I owned that.
Yeah.
I'm still holding out for that 4K release,
Oh,
so I can at least own it.
I don't know how much it is now, but Jared, the Tombs of the Blind Dead set, Jake showed me. Somebody's trying to sell it on Amazon for $176. The DVD.
Oh,
set.
the one behind my head, right back there.
Oh, you did get it. Okay, I have it too. It's right by Pinhead back there. Elm Street box set would be legit. Scream Factory. Texas 3D is my number 4 from the 78 remake. 74. Okay. TCM2 is hands down the best for me.
It's my favorite.
It's so much fun. If you're getting into getting horror movies, get the Scream Factory if you can. It's fantastic. House of Wax was a fun film. Yes.
Watch that Joe Bob deleted scene. That's in terrible quality.
Yeah. It's too bad they didn't restore that. Texas Chainsaw 2, I don't like it the same with Evil Dead 2. Yeah. I remember you saying you don't like comedy with your horror. Ever see Midsummer? I thought it was garbage.
No!
Why was it garbage?
What?
I love.
Please
Midsummer.
explain yourself, Sean. I would love to understand.
Midsummer is in my top 10 movies ever made.
Keith, what's the most prized figure in your
Oh,
set?
God damn it.
Luke has NECA Predator trophy walls.
That's
Put those on
expensive
Facebook.
set.
I want to see those, Luke.
That trophy wall is expensive.
Put that on Facebook. I want to see.
I don't know what my most prized figure is. That's too hard.
That's a good question.
I get like 2 every day.
I get like 2 every day. He comes home and he's got mail from Amazon.
This is one of my newer figures. It's one wants to go Baby Groot.
Hold on, let me zoom in on it. Awesome, from Guardians too.
Yep.
Nice. Well, you figure that out. Where'd Jared go?
I don't know.
How'd you like the newish film, The Invisible Man? I loved it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I know. Seth, speak up.
I really liked it. The direction, the camera work, the cinematography was all fantastic. It's nothing like the book or the original movie, but it was still really good. I kind of wish that he did tell the original story with the way that he shot this, because it really would have been a really cool paranoid movie. But I thought it was pretty damn good.
I like the way that they made this movie. Kind of brought it into what century are we in? The 21st? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm not really crazy about the whole suit thing.
Well, when I found out it was the suit, I was a little disappointed in the theater. That was the last movie I saw before the pandemic.
Yeah.
I was very happy that was the last one I saw. I have seen movies since, but
I like that they kind of pulled a Scream with 2 people.
Oh,
where it's a suit.
Yeah, it definitely made the ending, I think, really kind of stand out.
Yeah. Let's see. Why was it garbage? Yes, inquiring minds want to know. Summer was amazing.
Midsummer is amazing.
It's not badly made, but it's way too long. And when you watch it, you are
like, what am I watching?
What am I watching?
No, that movie just takes me in, and I watch the director's cut now, which is even longer.
Yeah, I would like to see that. I don't know. I mean, for him, I could see what he's saying. Like,
there is a little bit like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
for sure.
I guess the question is, how many times have you watched it?
Yeah, it took me 2 watches.
It's a very rewatchable. You discover things as you rewatch it.
Jared, what is your rarest disc? I've been coming across this movie, but I still haven't gotten around to checking it out. I'm guessing he's talking about Dead Alive.
Dead Alive.
Dead Alive is amazing.
Disc. It's on Blu-ray, probably that one, just because it's out of print. I also have another one. If Brian is still watching, Mondo put out a movie called Possession on Blu-ray. That's pretty fucking badass.
I remember when you got that, man.
It's crazy how fast some movies are going out of print now, because they re-released Fire in the Sky. That movie went out of print like a week after it released. Like, you can't buy it now.
That sucks. That sucks because there are some movies that I'm like, okay, I'll wait to get that.
Martyrs might be one of them. That was never released. The original Martyrs, that was never released. I got like a Spanish version of that one on Blu-ray.
On Blu-ray or DVD? Because I have a DVD of it.
Yeah, it's a Blu-ray. It was never released on Blu-ray. Inside, the French one. Those are
that one I've never seen out because I want to see that one because you guys have said it's pretty good.
It's pretty fucked up.
I love Nightmare 4, so certain expectations to the horror comedy rule. I don't know if there's that much horror comedy. I still think it takes itself seriously. Freddy becomes a little bit more silly, I guess, but
more one-liners instead of just pure comedy.
I don't know. Lisa Wilcox's nunchucking skills are pretty comedic in that movie.
Yeah. Are any of you keen on Italian giallo? If so, what is your favorite? Oh my lord! So that is a great question, Jared. Yes, Jared, can you answer? Is yours Solange?
That's probably up there. I would say "Don't Torture a Duckling" is right now "Don't Torture a Duckling" by Fulci is probably my favorite right now. Yeah. But I mean, there are so many giallos.
Yeah, I just ordered "Don't Torture a Duckling" today, finally on Blu-ray. That is a great giallo, and if you don't have Shudder, Shudder's got so many good giallos that you can check out.
Yes, I was just going to say that. Shudder.
Profondo Rosso is really great.
Deep Red, yes.
Yeah, A Blade in the Dark is good. Anything with Barbara Boucher, pretty much. The Black Belly of the Tarantula is really good. I think I ordered that today too. The Strange Device of Mrs. Ward. That's really interesting. There's a lot of them. I could probably go on for hours about which. Just go to Shudder and look at. They've got a whole section for giallo, and there's so many good ones. My brother-in-law has a huge crush on. Is it Barbara Boucher? Is that her name? Yeah, Barbara Boucher. I'm trying to think. There's one that she's in that I really like that I can't think of the name of it. Don't Torture a Duckling, of course. She was in Casino Royale, the '60s version. I did not know that. No, is it Edward Finnick? I don't remember. There's a lot of them. It's hard to tell. Oh, if you haven't seen Shock.
She's hot too.
Yeah, she is. If you haven't seen Shock, that's Mario Bava's final movie. Check that out. It's awesome. It's on Shudder also. I haven't watched the Human Centipede films. I never had any interest in seeing that. Have either of you guys seen Human Centipede?
I've seen all of them. When those came out, that's.
Did your grandpa take you to see those?
No, they were on Netflix.
I'm gonna call child services on him if you.
They were on Netflix. Everybody in school would not shut up about those movies, so I finally watched it, and I was like, all right, it's a little messed up. And then 2 came out. 2 is way worse than the first movie. And then the third one came out, and it was just like a comedy of itself, and it was very weird.
Yeah, between that and the movies, the necromantic movies, I just won't go down that road. I think necromantic's probably way worse. I have seen that, and
necromantic's more of a serious movie. Yeah. I actually like those ones. I've never seen the Human Centipedes just because the idea of it does not. I don't
know. Sean, I just saw Freaky on Monday. I think I liked it. I thought it was fun.
I forgot I watched that too. I was shocked how much effort they actually put into it for what it is. It had a lot of good practical effects.
Yeah,
which was shocking.
It was a little predictable, I think, but overall not too bad.
I've seen The Hot Chick and Freaky Friday, so
yeah, there you go. I think, but it gave me I like the Happy Death Day movies also. I think that they should make kind of a universe on its Blumhouse. It's a Blumhouse movie. I think it'd be fun if they keep making slasher comedy slashers, because I do think horror and comedy go together pretty well in certain things. Let's see. My favorite, I'd say, is Zombie. It's not a giallo, but it's an Italian movie for sure.
Yeah.
The Gates of Hell. The Gates of Hell DVD. That would be
House City of the Living Dead would be the first one. Yeah.
So if you haven't seen. Yeah, okay, there we go. Including, those are great movies. If you go to horrorsyndicate.com, I wrote a whole article about, first of all, I would check out the Demons movies also, Demons 1, 2, The Church, and then The Ogre, and there's one more. There's 3 Demons 3 movies. But check those out. The Demons movies by Lamberto Bava are really, really good, especially the first 2. I love the second one more. But there's so many Italian horror movies. It's a slippery slope too, man. Once you get started, you don't stop. Freaky's awesome. Yeah, I liked it. What did you Radcats think of The Cell? Are we talking the
Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah, the Vincent D'Onofrio movie. What's
I've
wrong with
heard
me
of
that I go to Vincent D'Onofrio, you say Jennifer Lopez? Jesus.
I've heard of that movie, and I've seen so many pictures of that movie, but I've never seen that movie.
I liked it years ago. I haven't seen it honestly since probably when did it come out? 2000, 2001?
I was gonna say like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
It's a mind fuck movie for sure.
I do remember that. I saw it in the theater, and yeah, it's the one I'd have to revisit for sure.
It's been a long time.
Back on Human Centipede, I will never go near that. Bargapole, a cousin watched it and said it probably needed mental health after it. Another Aussie reference. The Babadook. We did a show on the Babadook recently. Yep.
Good flick.
I think we all like it.
I love it.
I thought it was fantastic. You weren't on the show when we did it, so what do you think of it overall?
I've only seen it, I think, twice, but it was one of those movies. It was posted everywhere, and everybody was like, "Scariest movie ever made." Blah 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 blah.
It was,
but yeah, it was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, which it's not really a scary movie. Oh, I mean, for me, anyways, it's not a scary movie, but like it is a good movie with like a deep story and like meaning.
Yeah,
it's actually on its way to me here soon.
Did you get the Red Book
theater?
No, I got the Second Sight Films release.
Oh, okay.
It's 4K, some big box set thing.
I didn't know you saw it in the theater, Jared.
Huh?
I didn't know you saw it in the theater.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater.
Is it one of those where you had to drive way out of your way to go see it? Like when you saw
I drove an hour with some buddies, and I watched it as a double feature with Whiplash.
I saw it on Netflix when it came to Netflix, and me and my wife made fun of the title, The Babadook. Oh, that sounds so dumb. Oh, it's a horror movie. Oh, we're gonna have to watch this. We watched it and we absolutely loved it.
I think that's the weirdest double feature I've ever heard, Jared.
I've never seen it, so I have no idea.
It's an amazing movie, damn it! Get over Miles Teller and watch it.
Yeah, no, I want to punch Miles Teller in the face.
Well, punch him in the face, but watch it.
Just watch it because of J.K. Simmons. Just watch it.
Every time I see that fucker on my TV, I want to punch my TV, and I don't want to buy another TV because I punched that dude.
Well, just go to you work at Home Depot, buy like a big plexiglass like frame and put it in front of your TV. You can punch it.
It's a good movie.
Oh, that's the movie. I got the movie, right?
It's the drumming movie.
I talked into staying for. I was like, yeah, okay, let's just do it.
And you're happy about it, aren't you?
How much does it? $22 maybe.
Well, the Screen Factory release is out of print, so maybe
it's out
more.
Of print now. Yeah, okay. So if it's out of print,
yeah, $60.
You could find the normal version anywhere from $10 to $12.
Yeah. But you want to get the Scream Factory. That's the best version. It's got a good documentary on it.
It's got more special features on it.
Yeah,
just don't look.
That's the one.
Don't look on eBay. Look in like Facebook, Blu-ray groups and stuff. Some collectors are nice to other collectors.
Well,
that's the one I got.
That's how I met Jared, was through a collector's group. Yeah, I have that one too.
It looks like a remake cover.
It does. Yeah. Spain has ABC released $25. Yeah, that's not bad. It's a good movie, I think.
ABC of Death? Is that what you
No, ABC Region.
Region coding.
Oh, okay.
See, look, Luke is with me. He hates that motherfucker too.
Obviously, you guys won't be watching Too Young to Die Now.
I can't look at that fucker's face. He always looks like he's up to something no good. You know, he looks like one of those douchebags that abuses women mentally. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I hate the fucking guy.
Well, his character in Whiplash is like not that character at all. He's just like
I heard he gets yelled at a lot, so maybe I will like it.
Oh yeah, he does.
Where did you come from?
Dark Crystal and E.T. I saw them as a kid.
That's an interesting double feature for sure.
Yeah, I'd probably, if I did a double feature with those, it'd probably be like Dark Crystal and the Labyrinth and like E.T. and Super 8.
Oh my god.
E.T. and Mac and Me.
Mac and Me.
You watch that kid scream his head off in a wheelchair.
Okay, so we're kind of getting beyond questions. Okay, so what is a movie that genuinely scared you or still does? Or not necessarily that still genuinely scares you, but something that scared you that still has an effect on you, because obviously not much scares us.
Still or recently, because When I saw It Follows, that had a lasting effect on me.
In any order, yeah, any order.
That and Autopsy of Jane Doe really did a good job of putting me into the creeped out mood, I'd say.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. Like, I don't really find anything scary. Like, stuff can be like creepy or like twisted, but nothing like genuinely frightens me. Can be.
Oh my god.
What's the disc you regret? So I've never sold any of my movies.
I've never sold any of my
Yeah.
movies either.
I have, but I don't know if I regret selling any of them.
I've gotten rid of a lot of
Mostly
DVDs.
Most of them were like duplicates. Like I upgraded to a Blu-ray or something, and I sold the DVD.
Yeah, I actually keep mine. I just put them somewhere else. So all my duplicates I still have. I'm a greedy son of a bitch. No, actually, I take it back. I did a giveaway of my Return of the Living Dead Blu-ray for the Horror Syndicate because I wanted to try to get more likes on the Facebook likes. We did a giveaway and I gave that away, but I didn't regret that because I got Scream Factory, and that's much better.
Seth, is there any movie out there that has a lasting effect on you? Like, not in a great way? Something that just bothered you? I guess maybe that's a better way to word it. Something that made you uncomfortable, not necessarily that scared you.
Well, I didn't see the original, but I saw the American remake of Funny Games, and it really pissed me off. Like, the father really pissed me off. So that one really got to me.
I think I remember you telling us about that.
Like, you know, nothing, I guess, I don't know. I mean, as far as scary, that's subjective. You know, I think home invasion movies kind of creep me out a little bit. But as far as
realistic, yeah.
As far as getting an emotional reaction out of me, you know, Funny Games, because I hated how much the father was a pussy. The Mist, because that religious woman, like when she got shot, I literally cheered, and I've never done that.
That was well deserved, though.
My fucking god!
The original Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like that would happen though in that situation. But I'm glad not getting shot, but the way she was acting. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I guess I would say, you know, Pet Cemetery for a period of time after I became a dad. You know, for the first time.
Yeah, Brian said the same thing about that. Seeing Gage,
Yeah, well, like I bought it on DVD like not too long after my youngest was born, and you know, when you get to the part where Gage dies, and then you see like the photos on the screen, and one of them's like, you know, Lewis holding Gage for the first time, you know, as a newborn. That was like, it was like fresh to me at the time, so I just immediately put myself into Lewis's shoes, but I'm fine with it now. I'm fine with watching Gage die now.
I'm fine with watching the guy now.
Oh man, that's funny.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I'm a terrible person.
Let me see. I'm trying to say. I lost track of where we were. Let's see where we're here. The new Pet Cemetery left me with the feeling of hopeless. Me and my wife hopeless. We had to go walk in the daylight after watching it. I mean, that's one of the darkest like movies ever, and I don't mean the tone of the movie. It's when I saw it in the theater, I was like, I can't see what's going on the screen.
Yeah.
Funny Games is good. I didn't like those movies, either one of them. I remember as I was a kid, and my granny bought me My Bloody Valentine 2009 3D DVD, but after some scenes, she had to return it. Now I rewatched it and really regret that I don't have mine in my collection. Like, isn't that the one that has a woman naked in the bedroom running out and all that stuff going on? Yeah.
I like that remake a lot.
Yeah. Hey, that's pretty good.
Tom Atkins.
I would honestly say I think I like it better than the original.
I actually had to buy that movie twice.
Why?
I bought the Blu-ray and like it just wouldn't play. And so they had to send me another one.
Yeah, it was something about the old Blu-rays.
Yep, I have a couple that don't work. Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses. They just don't want to play.
Midnight Meat Train, based off a story by Clive Barker.
Clive Barker,
That's a good one. Young Bradley Cooper in that shit.
I've never seen that. That's one Lombardo always told us to check out. I will told me to check out. I never did
It's
see
got
that.
it's got the guy from Lock, Stock.
Yeah, and Two
Yeah,
Smoking Barrels.
Bluetooth Tony.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good one. I like that one.
It definitely has a nice twist at the end for sure.
Yeah, I mean, even after reading the short story, I'm kind of a little lost on the overall thing that's happening there. But
This is actually good. Annie's Death and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 and Brad Dourif's Breakdown. Brad Dourif's Breakdown was a fantastic piece of acting.
And the thing he mentions about the stuff with Daniel Harris as a kid, that's only in the director's cut.
Yeah.
Yep.
The director's cut makes a difference.
It's a way better movie.
Don't make it to anyone else other than it's Tark.
Nope.
The fog. He's I don't know. Like fisherman. Yeah.
Yep.
He's either a retired life cop or he has a beer or both. That's it.
And
Or
he was a doctor.
yeah, go ahead, Seth. Say it. Halloween 3.
Halloween 3.
Was he a cop in Night of the Creeps?
Yeah.
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 He was
He's a detective.
And he's an abusive father in Creepshow.
Yep.
But he is no, he's not a cop in Lethal Weapon either. He's a drug smuggler or something in that.
He's an old war vet, right? He served with Murtaugh.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I don't know. I look at Tom Atkins, and not only do I see smoldering good looks, but I do see cop. He was a cop in Maniac Cop, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was one of the cops in Escape from New York as well.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was like second in command or something like that to leave in.
I haven't seen that in so long.
Yeah, it wasn't a very big role.
Yeah, he's not a big role.
I was going to say, because I barely remember him in that. I watched that last year because we talked about, we did a Carpenter show last year, and I think I watched that.
Wait, did you watch Assault on Precinct 13 yet?
Right?
Ray. Come on.
I helped this man buy this movie for you.
Come on, Ray.
Listen, I started it a while back, and I just haven't returned to it. I didn't get too far into it because I was tired that night, and I wanted to give it my attention. You know, it's funny as I just talked to him about. I
want to give it my due diligence.
I was really in a mood for a John Carpenter movie, and I watched The Fog. I could have watched that. I didn't even think about it. And the messed up part about it, it's sitting right on top of my fucking Blu-ray player. And I just watched The Fog instead.
It's just sitting there. It's just sitting there. My joke to you.
Get on it, Merrick.
You know what? I just bought the remake. I'm going to watch that first.
I'm going to throw my computer now.
I'll watch it. I'll get around to it. I need to. I watched the first 15 minutes of it or something like that. So that was a start. And the thing is, I like John Carpenter's movies, but I don't trust his movies at the same time because everybody loves what's that one? Big Trouble in Little China. I don't like that movie at all. I don't understand why people like that movie. I think it's just fucking.
You don't have nostalgia for it.
That's probably what it is.
Literally it.
Could be.
Yeah, I don't have any nostalgia for it.
I'm a huge Carpenter fan, but Big Trouble is not even close to being the top of my list. It's
same here.
There's so many people I know that just love it, and they're astounded. They're like they clutch their pearls when they find out I don't like it. I'm sorry. I even bought it 2 years ago because this girl that I wanted to have sex with, and I said I liked it just to have sex with her, and it worked. And I don't get it. I don't get why it's so good.
Checks in the mail.
It's a fun movie, but it's like I said, it's like probably midway on my Carpenter list, whereas Assault on Precinct 13 is in my top 5. So just saying,
Big Trouble in Little China would not be the movie it is without Kurt Russell. Let's just put it that way.
And that's the only reason I wanted to watch it because Kurt Russell's amazing. The Fog remake is really bad. Never seen it.
That's probably the worst remake ever. I'd rather watch Psycho 90.
The Fog remake is really bad. It is terrible. That bad. I didn't see that part. Yeah, it's really that bad. It's the biggest piece of shit.
It's got the kid from Smallville in it.
Yeah,
right?
well, Tom Welling's fine, but
Tom Welling.
Yeah, I love Smallville. It's a terrible movie. It shouldn't be called The Fog. It should be called,
I was
Water.
I was so
Foggy
excited. I was so excited for that movie when it was coming out because I love the original. It's like the original is like my second favorite John Carpenter movie, pretty much. And I was so excited for the remake, and then it just
Well, maybe Blumhouse will get a hold of it now, if another one happens.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah, there's no need. No sequel is needed for that movie ever. That's a standalone movie that needs to be left alone.
Now we got the hard questions.
This is a hard question. What are your favorite movie posters? Are we talking horror movies? Or are we talking movies in general? Because I'll go back to Drew Struzan's Star Wars posters. Any of those will be my favorites. Even though the Lord of the Rings posters that from the 2001, 2002 movies, those are great also. Not the People Mountains as they call them for Lord of the Rings.
I like all the Man with No Name posters.
We're talking horror.
The Nightmare posters are great.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd
love to have those as a DVD art.
Well, if Red Cases weren't sold out worldwide.
God damn it! I know what it is. You know who we have to blame for that, don't you?
COVID.
Vince.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Vince, he's doing clear. He's doing clear.
No, but he did Red initially. He bought them all out.
He did. That was years ago.
I don't care when it was. He bought them all out. The world only had 300. He bought them all. I wonder if he has any left. I should call him and ask him. Jared, Seth probably could answer that easily by turning around.
I was going to say, Seth's got a couple pretty badass ones behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm not like as much as I love. I love the Wolfman, but that poster I don't really care for it.
The Dracula one's dope.
The Dracula one's good. I really like the Mummy one, even though the chick's face looks incredibly weird.
Son of Frankenstein's got a good poster.
Yeah.
Man. Night of the Creeps is a good poster.
Mm-hmm.
The original Dawn of the Dead has a really good poster.
Creep Show,
yeah.
There's a lot of them. I mean, some of the Friday the 13th are really good too.
Yeah, 4 is my favorite Nightmare poster. I like actually, the junkyard and the claws.
Yeah.
I actually like the teaser poster for Freddy vs. Jason, the one that's in like white and gray, where they're kind of like silhouetted and the lights coming.
I only remember seeing the 2005 remake of Assault on Precinct 13. It was pretty forgettable.
I didn't mind the remake.
I just teased him about watching that one.
Ethan Hawke was in it.
Was he?
I love Ethan Hawke.
I think.
Ethan Hawke and Lawrence Fishburne.
That's right.
What is your favorite horror author film adaptation? I mean, my mind goes straight to Stephen King.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a great adaptation, but Reanimator's a lot of fun.
The Road. It's not really horror, but it's got horror elements.
Cormac McCarthy.
Yeah.
I would go with the 1978 Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Ooh. Good choice. Huh.
Man.
Jared, you got one?
I mean, my mind completely goes straight to Stephen King for the most part, but then you brought up H.P. Lovecraft with Reanimator.
Fear Street, Part 1, 2, and 3.
Fear Street, R.L. Stein forever.
Don't forget Clive Barker.
Yeah, I was thinking about Hellraiser.
What'd you say?
I was thinking Hellbound Heart or Hellraiser.
I've never read The Forgotten. Is that what Forbidden, whatever it's called? But Candyman it's based off of a Clive Barker short story. I love fucking Candyman. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
John Dies at the End is pretty good too, even though I would highly recommend
for $1.
I would highly recommend the book though, because there was so much that they couldn't include in the movie. Mm-hmm. That's fucking gold.
All right, hold on. Is she telling you to say that?
No, well, it's funny because I saw her comment pop up and then it just kind of disappeared. But yeah, it reminded me. Me and Amber, that's like our movie. Pretty much is John Dies at the End.
That from Dollar Tree for $1. I need to watch Blu-ray.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yes, we did a show on Get Out last year. It's on our YouTube channel if you want to check it out. Get Out, it's fantastic.
It is.
John dies. I haven't read the book, but the movie's still pretty good by itself.
Dude, you gotta check out the book, man.
All right. When you say soundtrack, do you mean score or soundtrack?
Yeah, somebody asked me that.
People get that mixed up all the time.
I'm assuming he's saying score because Zombie really didn't have a soundtrack.
Demons had a soundtrack.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Soundtrack, I'm going to go with the Lost Boys.
I'm going to go with Demons.
If it's a score, it has to be something Carpenter for me.
Game on A. Queen of the Dam has a good soundtrack. And not a great movie, but soundtrack. Zombie, The Beyond, I believe I like that one better.
Yeah.
Those
are both Fabio Frizzi's, so I mean those are interchangeable for me. Or anything Claudio Simonetti did with Goblin, Dawn of the Dead.
John Carpenter's scores are all fantastic.
John Carpenter's scores are always amazing.
Most disappointed, highly anticipated movie you've ever seen: The Last Jedi. I'll be right back.
I'm agreeing with Ray.
Yeah, you are.
Yep.
Oh,
that's it.
Highly disappointing.
Excuse me. I don't know.
I know Ray answered this earlier, but it was my question. I don't think you guys answered. What movie did you not like? Like, what movie did you not used to like, but now you do like because of you understand it better, or you've watched it more and it's grown on you, or for whatever reason?
I always have an open mind with a lot of movies, so I always give them a chance. So I'm not the type to just like hate something immediately without at least watching it again.
Well, I mean, you don't have to hate it, but you like disliked it or didn't love it, but now you do love it.
I'll say the original Friday 13th. I mean, when I first watched it, it didn't really do anything for me. I don't, as you guys know, I've mentioned before, I'm not a big fan of Sean Cunningham.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception of the New Kids, I don't really care for his filmography too much.
You didn't like Spring Break?
But, the original did grow on me over the last few years, so.
The original's not one of my favorites. It has a lot of good kills and segments, but
this might surprise you guys. Hereditary for sure for me.
That's mine. Hereditary.
I did not really like it the first time I saw it, but it definitely after watching it the second, the third time, I got.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that I didn't understand it. It just didn't feel. I don't know. It's one of those movies you need to watch more than once because
you pick up on stuff that you didn't know about.
Things.
All right. So you guys talked about something while I was gone.
I was having them answer what movie they didn't like the first time, but now they really enjoy it or whatever. You answered it, but they didn't.
Actually, Nightmare 4 does have a good soundtrack. So I'm gonna have a fun-sized Snickers bar. So I'm in the kitchen. I was like, ooh. And you watch Christian Hannah Horror? I don't know what that is. You guys?
I don't either. Christian Hannah Horror.
Oh, hey, this is the obvious one. Halloween 3 grew on. Yeah.
Halloween 3 is amazing.
Halloween 3 is amazing, and so is Friday the 13th Part 5. Watch the video on YouTube. I worked so fucking hard to make. I really did.
So Keith is looking up this guy. What is one movie you wish you had in your collection?
Oh, Dead Alive.
I wish I had the Halloween box set.
Yeah, I don't have it either, Seth. I'm with you, but I do have individual cases.
I can't think of anything right now because I've bought everything I see.
Mine would probably be Dead Alive, or
I have the DVD of that.
I don't have it at all.
I have 2 copies.
Jesus Christ. I'm trying to think. I know there's a couple movies that just don't exist. I know
there's that don't exist. You can't
there's two movies that I'm pretty sure have never even left VHS. One I've never seen either one, but I've wanted to watch them. Mr. Frost with Jeff Goldblum. I've never seen it because it's been stuck on VHS, and The Keep I've never seen either.
The Keep. It's about
Necronomicon.
I have that on Blu-ray.
But is that
It's a German release.
okay? Yeah, and I know that some Jared bought a bootleg.
I bought a boot.
Yeah, I bought
did.
the same bootleg when we were at Horror House.
You were going to, but you got distracted by talking to somebody.
No, I
Hey,
bought Necronomicon.
No,
I
I'm
have
talking
it.
about me. I got distracted by one of the guys who created Volumes of Blood.
Okay.
Chuck Ransford used to write for the Horror Syndicate.
Chuck!
He says, "What's one movie that everyone hates that you love?"
Oh,
That's a great question.
I would say a Serbian film.
What, you love that movie? You fucking sicko.
It's a good movie.
I used to always say Rob Zombie's Halloween but now I feel like people are coming around to it. I don't know, or maybe I just always saw people bashing it.
I don't know. That's a tough question. Everybody hates. There's a movie that everybody loves that I hate. Mandy. I did not like that at all.
I was gonna say Ray can make a list for you of all the movies most people like that he does not.
There is a lot.
I don't like Fright Night. Well, no, everybody loves that one. I don't like it.
Okay, goodbye.
You are the weakest link.
Voted off.
How'd you like It Follows? Heard rumors of a sequel. I could see a sequel. That'd be fine. I liked It Follows a lot.
I liked it. I don't want a sequel.
Yeah, it doesn't need one.
I think it's pretty good on its
That's
own.
another one we did a show on last year.
If it got anything, a prequel. But I don't want a sequel.
Yeah, but I mean, it's one of those movies that could probably go on forever. If
True.
Just changing stories, lines,
choose
and
the
characters. Mhm.
Just don't pull one of those sequels where it's like it's set in like the 1800s and it's like the origins of the blah blah blah.
So you mean Fear Street Part 3?
Yeah, that.
Oh my lord!
I finally watched all those. They weren't that bad. It was fun.
Dude, get American Psycho. It's worth
Get it.
So good.
Don't forget. I actually just watched that the other day. I haven't seen it in a while.
The late 90s, early 2000s, I had 3 movies that were in my like rotation for like all the time. Anytime I pop them in, it was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, American Psycho, and The Big Lebowski. Get American Psycho. Don't forget about it.
God damn.
Don't forget your reservation.
Pretty much mine too, except for American
I
Psycho.
got 8 o'clock res at Dorsia. Yeah, that's the thing.
I think he's fucking lying.
If you haven't read the book, Bret Easton Ellis's book, read that. It's 10 times better than the movie. The book is phenomenal. He makes somebody eat a urinal cake in that movie. Or the book. If you had to introduce someone to a horror movie, what would you show them first? Great question.
That is a good question.
Probably Jaws because it's a nice mix of everything. It's not like straight into the depths of hell with something that's going to put them off.
I'd go straight into Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same page with you there.
Yeah, it's definitely a good one.
Go ahead, Seth.
I would ask the person what scares them and then go from there.
True.
That's a good
because everyone kind of reacts differently. Everyone has different things that scare them.
That's true. You're right. It's funny you say that because one time I skipped out on baseball practice and my coach asked me, "What scares you most about playing baseball?" I'm like, "I never want to bat leadoff." What did he do? Batted me leadoff for 5 fucking games in a row. I was terrified to lead off the game. Fuck that guy. But no, that's a good point. What scares you? I don't know what scares me though anymore, except for dying. I don't
see.
know.
My biggest fears are snakes and spiders, but those never like affect me in movies because they're not real.
I just didn't get Mandy. Thank you, Luke. French Martyrs. This, I guess, goes back to the movies that people love or hate or something. I don't know. Have you seen Life After Beth? I have not, but I did see.
It's fun.
I did see the one with Anton Yelchin where Burying the Ex. You ever see that one?
Burying the Ex, kind of the same idea.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. American Psycho also had a damn good soundtrack. Absolutely.
Yes.
I love when he's sitting there in his office rubbing the hair on his cheek listening to Lady in Red. I love that scene. Or whenever like it's so weird because it's there's so many upbeat songs like Walking on Sunshine pops up in there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the scene in the bar when he says, "You're a fucking ugly bitch." and I want to cut you open and play with your blood. I love that movie. Top of the wish list is in a blue of Bad Taste. Yeah, that would be great to see that. He's been working on that for 1,000 years, I think.
I would be down for that, Chuck.
Yeah. Meet the Feebles, or no, was it? I think it's Bad Taste, actually. It's what got him the job to write the script for the Dream Lovers. Did you see what God just did to me?
That was a God.
I knew it. Yeah. That's Fear and Loathing. Did you see what God just did to us, man?
That is a movie I've seen well over 100 times.
Amityville. Yes. There's like 25 Amityvilles. All right. Seth, did you have any questions you wanted to ask the group?
No.
No? Oh.
I didn't.
Jared, you already asked yours.
Yeah. I'm good to wrap up if you guys are.
Yeah, I think we are in a good spot to wrap up. This was a fun-ass show. Nate doesn't know what he was missing out on. Maybe he'll watch it. I don't know. Did you guys go back and watch the episodes?
I have like really, really old ones.
For that nostalgia.
Like I've gone back and watched some of the celebrity interview ones, or
yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day. I'd like to get another.
We haven't had a celeb in a while.
No, we haven't. I'd like to get somebody on at some point. Here we go. More coming in. Actually, the original Psycho and The Birds were early films you watched.
Yeah, good films.
Thanks, Luke, for joining in. Thanks for the great questions, Mr. Interviewer.
I think we should do this again in a couple of months. Just have a question all. I mean, obviously some of the questions will overlap, but I mean, there's always
late to the
questions.
Fucking party. Scott,
damn it!
You missed a good show, man. Catch the rewind.
Yep, it'll be on YouTube, good sir.
If you didn't already answer, we haven't answered that. Favorite episode of THS Discourse or THS Lives? There's the Scream Factory versus Arrow that me, Jared, and Lombardo did was one of my favorites.
I wanted to mention that. I want to do another one of those since there's new labels now.
That's one that we'll probably have to do without Nate because I don't give a shit about that stuff.
But just since there's new labels now, because since that video came out.
Well, I mean, well, those are the big two. Like, in my opinion, I mean, there's Severin and Vinegar Syndrome and Synapse and.
Well, now there's there's Second Sight Films, and then there's the
Larber. There's a bunch of them.
I can't remember the other one. They're putting out Misery and Silence of the Lambs and shit on 4K. I can't remember.
Oh, and there's Criterion as well.
Criterion.
Well, I think we did get into all of that stuff. Well, that show was from like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
so I would definitely be down to do another one of those.
That was a very heavily watched episode.
Yeah, that and our Video Nasty one that we did when we talked about all the Video Nasties from Europe. That was another one that was heavily watched. It was a good one too. Then with this show, my favorite Discourse show. It was spaced out over 3 or 4 episodes, and it was our decade. No, it was one episode, decade-defining episode where we went through the decades and talked about which movie kind of defined the decade. That was my favorite show of this so far, and that was last year.
Mine would probably be High Tension. Just because I liked breaking that movie down.
Yeah.
And it's helped me explain that movie to other people. Because that's been coming up a lot lately in horror groups. People are like, what movie has the worst plot twist? And everybody's like, High Tension. And I'm like, no, I try to explain it to them. They don't want to listen to me. They're like, that's just an excuse. And I'm like, no, I'm just giving you the facts of the fucking movie. It's told from the point of view of a fucking psychopath. Of course it doesn't make sense.
Seth, do you have any favorites?
No, I think every single episode was a dumpster fire.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Lisa Wilcox when you were sweating fucking bullets. I mean, I can't see anybody's sweat on the camera except for you in that episode when we had Lisa Wilcox on. She was her and Kincaid were my 2 favorite guests from last year.
The Mark Patton episode was...
Mark Patton was good too, yeah.
I was going to say that was probably my favorite, just having the directors on, like, what was it, 2 weeks before that? Yeah, Roman and Tyler, and then having Mark after that. I thought that was a good.
I'd like to have Roman come back on, and if Tyler wants to join, he could join again too. The directors, the creators of Scream Queen, the Mark Patton story about Nightmare 2. It was a great documentary. Is it still on Shudder?
I don't know.
They're releasing it on Blu-ray finally. Hey man, thank you for subscribing today. He subscribed today. I appreciate it. We do this every Thursday, man. Hang out with us.
I would say one of my favorite ones that we did was the Stuart Gordon episode.
That was one of the early ones too.
Yeah, I really like talking about those.
Yeah. And this is some of the things that eventually we could circle back around to because, it's been so long since we've done something. We were doing 2 shows a week last year.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we're not doing that anymore, even though sometimes I do miss it because sometimes you just want to talk about horror stuff, or just talk about movies. We tried doing other things too, just didn't work out very well. But anyway, next week, anybody who's still watching, do you like Friday the 13th, the series? Because if you do,
I do.
You do. I do.
You sounded fucking stoned as shit.
I do. I love the Friday the 13th. Junior, would you shut the fuck up?
Junior, you shut. It's probably up there on the top shelf. You can kind of see it right behind my head. Wait, where is it? All right.
You have problems. I can see it.
There it is.
I got my Friday the 13th movies are over here, and then I got posters on the wall.
No, that was the TV show box set.
Yeah, I was about to say you're pointing at the wrong thing, Jared.
Next week we're doing the Horror Syndicate Discourse's official Friday the 13th ranking show. So we're going to be breaking down the movies, but at the same time we're going to be ranking them out. And I will give you a spoiler alert, spoiler for the episode. That's the last one. Jason X is the worst one. According to us. Now, this is a group effort. So
why did you pick that picture? He looks weird.
fucking eyes.
It's the eyes, and the mask is not like straight on his face either.
That's the fucking makeup designer's fault. Okay.
Oh,
God.
Her too. Yes.
I still have those.
Yes.
God, the pit sweat. Jesus.
I still have those, and I still have this.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to be ranking the Friday the 13th, and we absolutely want to hear from everyone here on what they think. What is your favorite Friday the 13th? This is a group list, so I don't 100% agree with it. I'm sure Seth doesn't 100% agree with it. Jared probably doesn't 100% agree with it. Keith, we don't care if he agrees with it or not.
Right.
I'm the only person whose favorite is nobody else's, so it's okay.
Part 7?
Yep.
Yeah.
You could have been the tiebreaker too, because
Probably.
Because Nate and Ray, and then me and Jared.
Yep.
Oh, he probably was. No, he was. He had to be. We can't give away what number 1 is or number 2 or whatever.
Well, my second favorite probably broke the tie. So
come back next week and join us for the full hour and a half. We start at 7:30 Eastern. Are you from Australia? I can't remember. So whatever time it is, whenever we started this show, but we'll get the alert on YouTube. Thanks for subscribing. But yeah, we'll be back. What's this big baby eyes?
Jason X.
Jared. I think he's talking about Jared's face.
Jason X.
He looks cute. Jared looks cute. Oh, he's talking about Jason X. Okay. I'm like, is Jared got big baby eyes?
Looks like it looks like some kind of fish.
Okay.
I still don't understand what the fuck they were doing with that mask choice.
I don't know.
The beginning mask was great.
No, it was. That was.
I thought it wasn't bad.
I hated that mask. His nose is like. It looks like.
Yeah, it's flat.
He had a fucking Michael Jackson nose job. I hated it. Worst.
Hockey was outlawed in 2012.
Jason X, second from the bottom. Poor movie, but some fun. I think all the Friday the 13th movies were fun. The worst Friday the 13th, Part 3 and Part 5. Scott, watch my video on YouTube.
Part 5 is good.
Way better than you. Really, Part 5 is the sleaziest. I thought you'd love that movie.
I like Part 5. Part 3 is boring.
It's those damn enchiladas.
Hey, man, join us in the morning, Alan. Come on back on next Thursday. It is July. What the fuck? August 12th for us. It might be Friday for you. Probably not Kane Hodder's favorite either. His favorite. He said his favorite was the Part 7 costume, wasn't it?
pretty sure. Yeah.
I mean, I think the easiest to put on was the Part 8 costume.
He's just still mad he didn't get to do Freddy versus Jason.
Anyway, so come back next week. Hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends to subscribe. We'll do another one of these Q&As because these are always fun. I'm glad you guys came out and had great questions. I had a good time. Seth, did you have a good time?
No, I had a terrible time.
God
I don't like you guys. I don't know why I do this.
No, Ray,
Yeah, no,
I didn't have a good time.
It was fun.
Hey, Junior, they're part of the colorful commentary. What did you say? Colorful characters? I forgot to mention Demon in my video, by the way. What am I thinking? You want some pizza, cheese, and sausage? My favorite Friday the 13th is Part 6. My favorite is the first one. You should do your Friday list next Friday.
Yes,
Well,
it is
yeah,
Friday
we
the 13th.
we can't do Friday shows, unfortunately. Otherwise, we would do it on Friday. I asked these fucking guys, but like, no, I gotta work at the drive-in. I gotta go touch my wiener. I gotta do this and that. So
Some of us have priorities, like touching our others' wieners.
yeah,
Or
we're gonna do it
our
on
own.
Thursday. That way, if you want to, you can watch it on Friday the 13th. But personally, I like to watch Friday the 13th movies on Friday the 13th. So that's what I will be doing.
Same here.
Yeah. So and Seth said he might be watching with some buddies, and he doesn't mean us. Thanks, Seth.
Well, you guys are invited. You guys are always welcome.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive out to, as I said, bumfuck Egypt on. I'll get a head start on Wednesday, so I can get there on time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like a 12-hour drive.
For you? Oh yeah,
No,
I guess
for you.
No, for me, it's a long ass drive. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm closer.
Jared he'll meet me in St. Louis, and we'll drive up together.
Perfect.
It's a date.
17 hours on the fucking road. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah,
Bring your own
God.
beer.
Bring you a beer.
All right. Well, anyway, thanks again for watching. Check us out on Facebook. We've got a Twitter that Morgan's working on now. We've got the Instagram that Morgan's working, and YouTube videos. Got a Friday the 13th Part 5 movie. Why do you still hate that movie? Scott, I'm curious. Why do you still hate that movie? It's got the most tits of any Friday the 13th movie. I thought you'd love that. Isn't that your jam?
You said it wrong. Who said it wrong? I'm gonna hurt them.
That's Scott.
That is wrong. It's Ki. It's Ki. Ma. Not
Kill him, mommy.
But
Right.
I mean, technically, in Scott's defense, though, that they did that in like what Jason Takes Manhattan in the very beginning.
At the very beginning, yeah. When they did the Paramount logo.
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah. Anyway, we're out of here. Subscribe, like, all the good stuff. Watch our videos on YouTube all the way through. Don't just watch fucking bits and pieces.
Yeah,
Watch the whole video.
I was about to say we need ad revenue, but we don't have ads.
Yeah, I want to get to at least 1,000 subscribers at some point. We've gotten 5 in the last couple of days, and including Alan from Down Under. We appreciate you, man.
And if you guys go back far enough, you'll see me in long hair.
Yes, check out some of our old videos. THS Lives, the Horror Syndicate Live, all kinds of bullshit. You can watch. Seth has a couple of rankings for the Halloween series, Friday the 13th, The Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Howling movies. I'm missing some. And he did reviews of Stakeland, which is a great, kind of like a zombie apocalypse vampire movie. It's really cool. He's doing some supernatural videos now from the CW show. So check. We've got all kinds of shit going on. And then there's the horrorsyndicate.com. This is where it all began. I like the boobs in Friday the 13th, but the story was lame. You don't watch Friday the 13th for the story. And it's got the same story as the first movie for the most part. Anyway, we love you guys. We love all you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for believing in us. And we'll see you next week.